Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon and welcome to the show. Glad to have you guys here. You know, something we all take for granted is the change we have in our pockets. Our whole lives we've got change. Pennies, dimes, nickels, quarters. Well, guess what, guys? This is the new gold and silver. The poor man's gold and silver. I'll tell you what's going to happen. I got the news today. I was at Lynette Zhang's channel, and she was talking about the new digital money that they got coming in. They got it coming in the United States. I guess it's planned to be enacted the 1st of January, 2021. And I guess they're going to do it real fast when they do it. Bing, bang, bing. You're not going to notice much difference, really, because they're going to exchange dollar for dollars. It's just going to go digital. They might completely get rid of change at that point in time, In fact, they will. They're going to get rid of bills, too. It's all going to be gone. Out the window. They'll probably give you a certain amount of time to trade it in. Bring it in, change it for the digital dollar. Now, the digital dollar itself, it has some good things about it, but there's also some negative drawbacks about it as well. Some of the negative drawbacks are things that would be privacy issues and stuff like that. But the positive thing about it is they will have the ability then to really improve the economy. See, one of the biggest problems they've had all along with trying to stimulate the economy is the fact that there's a liquidity trap within the economy. And this liquidity has been going to the wrong places, to the wrong people. And also, it's not being spent. They have a problem with that. It's a huge problem to try to stimulate the economy because every dollar they put in is almost like it's ineffective. It's almost like pushing on a string, so to speak. But that's not what I wanted to talk about this afternoon. Really. Is the digital dollar. That's not really my conversation. My real conversation is your change. Quarters, dimes, nickels, and what's going to happen in the future with those. Well, I'll tell you right up front. Your penny, the first thing that's going to happen is it's going to go to 2 cents. Well, that's 100%. That's a one-times increase right there. But then, the next step, it'll go to 5 cents. And then a little while later, it'll go to 10 cents. And then it'll go to 50 cents. And then it'll go to $1. $5, $10. We're going into hyperinflation, guys. And okay, it's going to be peanuts compared to what silver's going to do. Quite honestly. But it might really, for a person that can't afford silver, or can't afford gold, or if you just want an alternative to gold and silver, it's something that you should look at. Because why I say these are going to go to such extravagant values is because, first off, they're going to be a little bit of a collector's item. They're not making them. That's it. Taps off. And a lot of people out there, and this is why I think there's these people in the know, are probably scurrying through and getting change from the banks and stuff like that right now. Because they know what's coming. What's coming is the digital dollar. And what they're going to do to the digital dollar is they're going to hyperinflate it. Now, you just don't want, if you're going to do this and you're going to have an alternative to poor man's gold and silver, you just don't want any old pennies. You don't just want any old nickels or quarters or dimes. What you need to do is you need to sort through. And you need to figure out what years that the pennies are made out of real solid copper. Because it's the copper value that you're after, not the face value. The face value of the penny is going to stay the same. It's going to be worth 1/100th of a dollar. And, the dollar's purchasing power is going to go, it's absolutely going to go to nothing. Not completely nothing, but it's going to take, you're going to see prices increase so fast, it's going to be ridiculous because we're heading into a hyperinflation. And this digital dollar that they're bringing out is going to expedite the process. It's going to speed it up a lot. It's also going to mean that there's going to be a massive move into probably cryptocurrencies, where I see the biggest amount of money going into. More so than gold and silver even. But gold and silver are going to catch one heck of a bid. And they're going to catch the bid first. They're already catching it. Starting to catch it now. And it's... See, I've been preaching this stuff to you guys for years. It's starting to come true. All the stuff I've been telling you over the years is starting to come true right now. And it's coming true so fast at hyperspeed, I'm having trouble keeping up with it all. But, this is for people out there who are on a limited budget right now and can't afford to even buy very much silver at all. And can't afford gold at all. Gold's right off the list. Okay? And I can understand you out there if you're on a very limited budget. I mean, I'm the same way. Pay has been cut back to almost everybody on Earth, even if you're still working. And if you're not working, well, they're cutting off the social programs one by one. And they're leaving us basically stranded. So it's not surprising to me that a lot of people don't have any extra money to spend. But, I mean, what we're talking here for change, we're talking a penny. A penny. We're talking you can find these sometimes laying around in parking lots and stuff. If you want to hunt for them. Pennies, dimes, nickels. They're laying around in parking lots. Quite seriously, you can get them for free right now. It's not going to last that way for much longer. See, we're coming off of a binge. A 30-year credit binge where money has become mostly meaningless to most people. Or not really meaningless, but they waste money a lot, and we've had it soft for so many years. Well, right now, guess what, guys? It's not soft anymore. We've just went into a Great Depression. And the full effects of it haven't been felt yet. But, all those pennies and coins laying around maybe dropped in the parking lot, you've seen them. You've walked by, you went into Walmart or whatever, you walked by a lamppost and seen a nickel laying there. And the kids don't even pick it up. They're all going to disappear pretty soon. Pretty soon. Maybe not quite yet. And there's other places you can find coinage like that. Especially if you got a metal detector. It can be quite a profitable hobby, Get yourself an electric bicycle, and you can charge it up at home. No gas required. Throw your prospecting metal detector in the back of your electric bicycle and head off to some farmer's field or something and start scanning around the you can scan around the old fences and where old houses used to be and stuff. But always ask first. Don't just go on somebody's property and without asking. You should ask first if you can go there. You don't want to get in trouble. But anyway, getting down to the nitty gritty of what I'm talking about is these pennies. There's ones that are made out of zinc, and some of them just have a metal plating on them or a coating on them. And some of them are made out of real solid copper. You got to find out the years and everything. And pennies are probably your best value, to be honest. They're the best value. The copper in a penny is already worth more than the face value of a coin. It's already probably worth up close to 2 cents. But as the dollar hyperinflates, these coins are going to be worth more and more. I could see a copper penny being worth $10 in the next couple years. One copper penny being worth $10 in the next couple of years. And I know you find that hard to believe, but an awful lot of the stuff I've talked about on my channel has come true. And the reason why I say when the digital currency comes out at the beginning of next year, why I say this is going to be a massive for cryptocurrencies is what it basically means is people can't save really anymore. Because what they've got planned for this new digital currency is it means that they can go to below zero on the interest rates. And this means that what they're planning is about 4% below zero. And what this basically means for you is if you're holding dollars in your digital wallet, and for every extensive purpose, it's going to work just like your regular wallet that you have. You're with bills in it. It's just going to be on your computer. You probably have it on. It's going to be on Android. It's going to be on Windows. It's going to be. You'll have a version for Windows, version for Android. You'll have a version for Apple. You just download the version, install it on your computer, and then you link it to the Federal Reserve. And so, it doesn't matter if they have a bank closures in the United States and stuff. All the money is going to be held at the Federal Reserve. You're basically, I guess, the way it's going to work. Now, I'm just kind of guessing at this because it's not out yet, and I'm kind of guessing at how it's going to work is there's going to be a front end and a back end to these wallets, the digital wallets. And you'll have the front end. Most people will have it on their phone. Doesn't matter what phone you're running. Doesn't matter what operating system, Android or Apple or Windows or whatever you're running. Install it on your phone. That's the back end of the wallet. The front end's going to be at the Federal Reserve. And basically, it's like you have just like the big banks, it's like you have a reserve account at the Federal Reserve. And they can send you money and wire it to you instantly, to every citizen in the United States of America. They can wire them all money. And so what this means is they can improve the economy at the click of a mouse button. So we got doldrums in the economy. We got problems in the economy? No problem. They just type up a bunch of zeros, click a mouse button, and then that's automatically distributed to every person in the United States of America directly into their wallets. But at the same time, they'll be pulling 4% of that out of your wallets. So if you're working, of course, you're going to make more money than if you're just getting universal basic income on your phone. Probably double the money or more if you're working. And that money you'll spend anywhere just like your money you got now. Of course, prices will be increasing rather rapidly. But you won't be able to save it. Because if you have $1,000 in there, $40 is going to go disappearing every year out of it. To pay for their negative interest rate policy. But not only that, I'm not saying they will do this. I'm just saying they probably have the power to do this, is probably to put a timestamp on your money. And if you don't spend it, they're going to want to know why. They're also going to say, well, why is this guy not spending any money? Let's not send him any more. If he's trying to save money, that means we're giving him too damn much. Let's cut him back. So there'll be more than one incentive for you to spend the money that's on your digital wallet. So how can anybody save out there? Well, the savings are still going to exist. People will save. As long as there's people out there, people will save money. And you say, well, how are they going to do it? It's very simple. Alternatives to the dollar. Because if you're in the stock market and you cash out, it's going to come in this digital money on your digital wallet. It's going to be non-savable as well. Expect you to spend it right away. If you're into anything, a money market fund, a mutual fund, CDs, doesn't matter what you're in, if it's connected to the dollar, you're going to get paid on this digital wallet. Capiche? But there's assets that are out of the dollar, non-dollar denominated assets. And most people would think, hey, there must be a lot of different types of non-dollar denominated assets that are liquid, that have no counterparty risk. There must be tons of them. There must be at least 50 different assets you can buy that are non-dollar denominated and have no counterparty risk and are out of the dollar. That's what you would think if you don't work in the financial business. But if you work in the financial business, you know better. You know there's only 3. That's it. And guess what, guys? Going back to around 2013, there was only two. But a new one was, well, not 2000, sorry, I meant 2009. If you go back to 2009, there was only two non-dollar denominated assets. Gold and silver. That's it. A third one was added in 2009. I think you all know what it is. Cryptocurrency. The beginning of Bitcoin. That's a non-dollar denominated asset like gold and silver, and it was added in 2009. And now we got three. But there's actually, if you really think about it, there's a fourth. And the fourth is this old change. It's real, it's tangible, it exists in the real world. It's the poor man's silver and gold, because it's going to separate from the dollar and become a non-dollar denominated asset like gold, silver, and Bitcoin, crypto. And the reason why is not all of it. It's like some of these zinc coins, pennies that are made of zinc, they're not gonna ever, they're almost practically worthless. The solid copper ones, pennies, the solid nickel, real nickels, your quarters and they all got metals in them. I'm not going to say precious metals, but they will become precious metals. Copper's going to become a precious metal when we go through the hyperinflation. And so it's another alternative for somebody who doesn't have much money. You can still collect them. Put them away for yourself, for somebody that doesn't have much money, as a way for you to get in the game. And you might be surprised, even a small collection of coins like that, how valuable they become once they switch over to this new paper digital system. Anyway, listen, guys, thank you for listening to my show, and I hope I gave you something else to think about, and we'll catch you guys very, very soon again. Bye-bye.